Hey, so I saw Dune Part 2 and we gotta talk about it. Paul Atreides unites with Chani and the Fremen while on a warpath of revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. Facing a choice between the love of his life and the fate of the known universe, he endeavors to prevent a terrible future only he can foresee. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, it's so great to see you. Welcome.
Greetings!
Normally, I know usually I drink when I'm reviewing a movie I don't like. But today, I'm busting out the bourbon, and we're celebrating.
That's right! Who do you think you are? I am!
I think this might be the best movie of the year. Granted, it is early, but also double granted, double that granted, double it right now. The bar is really high with this movie. So before I jump into the movie, I do want to say, yes, your eyes are not fooling you.
What?
Your eyes are telling you the truth.
No.
I did buy the forbidden popcorn bucket, the Dune Dussy, if you will. And I before I jump into the movie, I do want to give you a review of this popcorn bucket. I know this is new for the channel, but I think this does need to be talked about. So there is a learning curve. So before I start, I will say, yes, last night I did cut my finger on this popcorn bucket. Not the popcorn bucket's fault, it's my fault. It's also a cheap popcorn bucket, and it cut me. I was taking the lid off and it cut my finger. So yeah, but there is a learning curve to eating out of this thing. So I just want you guys to know. Let's zoom in tight here. Let's zoom in tight to the.
Oh, hello there!
Yeah, there we go. So these tendrils, they're rubbery. And this thing is really hard to eat popcorn out of. And like at first it's a little confusing because you're reaching in and it's like, it's like there's some friction there and the hole is a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than you'd think it should be, or would be. Yeah, let me zoom back out. But there is a learning curve and there is a way to eat out of the popcorn bucket, and that's just to like fucking full send it, just like fucking go in, pull your popcorn out, eat it, pull in. Just fucking send it. Now, yeah, that's my review of the Dune popcorn bucket. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked that review. I'm sorry you had to watch me fist the Dune popcorn bucket, but here we are as a family, and we learned something new every review. And that's why we're here. I want this to become an educational channel. And today's lesson is how to eat out of the Dune popcorn bucket.
And now for something completely different.
Now, let's talk about the movie, which, like I said, I think is the best movie of the year. It's a pretty high bar, but I think in terms of like scope and scale and just visual spectacle, this movie is unmatched. This is like one of the most visually impressive and epic movies in like the last 20 years. Greg Fraser needs to be a name on the poster. Greg Fraser alone is a selling point to go see a movie for me at this point. It's been so long where I've gone to a movie and it just legitimately feels like magic. It just feels so utterly transportive. There's this one shot that I keep thinking of it's an aerial shot of Paul walking through a crowd of people, and it just looks like a sea of people, and everyone, it's so big and insane. The cinematography in this movie is straight up, I think, something to be studied, and it's something to be talked about. Because Greg Fraser did something with this movie that hasn't been done before.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Let's talk about the direction. This movie is directed with such care, and it's so impressive what they were able to pull off with both Dune Part 1 and Part 2. And Denis Villeneuve, you can just, every single scene, every single frame of this movie, you can feel his love for this source material and his passion for this project. And it is felt through every single fiber of this film. Let's talk about the fucking acting.
Acting.
The acting in this movie, Timothée Chalamet, I think, turns out a career best. Zendaya also turns out a career best, and so does Austin Butler. And that man already did Elvis, which the movie itself was not a fan of the Elvis movie, but Austin Butler as Elvis was fucking phenomenal, and I think it's insane that he was able to top his performance in that movie. Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, his character goes on a huge arc in this movie, and from point A to point B, at the end of the movie, he is just, every scene he is in, he is just commanding the whole scene. He just takes charge of every scene he's in near the end of this movie, and it's so captivating, and he's so good. And Zendaya is so unbelievable. She's so, her acting in this movie is so nuanced, and it's so rich with emotion. There are just some moments with Zendaya in the final scene of this movie, where the emotions she shows on her face are so deeply complicated, and it's so impressive. I think this movie will go down. Give it time, but I do think this movie will go down with classic status. I think this Dune series, and they do set up a third movie at the end of this one, so I mean, they're not gonna fuck up the third movie. Are you kidding me? Like, I need more now. Those are my thoughts about Dune. As you can tell, I loved it, and I 100% recommend you go see it, if that wasn't blatantly obvious already. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely, I appreciate every single view, every single like, and every single comment so goddamn much. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you just taking just a little bit of time out of your day to just watch me just babble about movies. Yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. And yeah, see you around. Bye.